With both Bitcoin and the US stock market draining faster than your father's juice the night you were conceived, as mega bears like Peter Smith and this guy come out of their nursing homes to call Bitcoin a scam, can the baby bulls perform the ultimate reach around to Magoo, or are the baby bears about to put the final juice in the bull's caboose? I'm your host, Banana Boy, and Bitcoin is on the verge of absolute destruction. If you're new to the channel, make sure to hit that like, subscribe, turn on these absolute time-sensitive alerts. Make sure to drop your comment below. It is for subscribers, and we're going to be doing that today. For the Ledger equivalent BTC, make sure to drop your comment below. Never respond to scammers. One Twitter and one Instagram only. They're both linked below, and every other message and account that you see is not me. If you guys are interested in any deals, bonuses, getting altcoins, make sure to check out the links below. And without any further ado, let's jump in. Absolutely disgusting, as Bitcoin has now breached 40,000 US dollars and set a low lower than the low we set back in September here. Okay, now that looks pretty bearish. Now, as we've been saying for the past 2 weeks, I've been saying two things. One, I don't expect anything fun to happen until February at the earliest. And then two was that seeing like a quick wick down to 34 or 35,000, I think would be good. I don't necessarily think that this slow bleeding is the best thing, obviously. So that's, a little bit of a different scenario. But before we jump into that more in price as well as the stock market, let's take a look at this. So Jeremy Grantham here, a billionaire, a famed fund manager, saying that Bitcoin is the emperor's new clothes, basically meaning people are being distracted by how fancy it is and putting a lot of trust into it for no reason. But, however, with that being said, he is also saying here that he thinks that the stock market is in super bubble territory as the price remains elevated, and he expects substantial downside for the SPX, which is not good for Bitcoin historically, as there's a very tight correlation. But with that being said, what I think is funny here is Grantham, who is this person that we're talking about, has one of the worst track record for market calls amongst institutions, period. Okay. The chief market strategist for Phenom Group, Seth Golden, wrote, dating back for the last over 30 years, his hit rate has been less than 50% at about 47%. So basically, the person that we're talking about here that's saying Bitcoin, maybe isn't worth looking at, and that the SPX is probably going to crash, which again, two different viewpoints. That person has been accurate less than a coin being flipped is accurate, which is funny and revealing for a few reasons. To be honest, if you're following a Twitter guy or someone on YouTube claiming to know all the answers, the point is, whether it is somebody on YouTube or somebody who manages billions of dollars, really nobody has that good of an idea of which way anything will go in the future. The more you learn about finance, the more you realize that pretty much everyone is guessing all of the time for all of history. Everyone's just guessing, okay? And as well, Bitcoin dumps to hit a 6-month low near 38, even below 38K here. The crash has wiped out over 50 billion from the market already in just the past few hours, and the total crypto market cap has been on a slow decline since early November here. And there is no big piece of news to be blaming it on. There usually is something you can blame it on, but it's not actually the news most of the time. The old saying, show me the price and I'll show you the news, basically is that people always try and attribute something to why the price dropped. But in this case, there's not really too much that they're attributing it to other than the macro environment, like tech stocks entering into correction territory, interest rate hikes obviously expected to come this year, and overall just a cooling down of the market. Okay, that's really the big thing here. And I mean, if we take a look at the SPX, this is probably the dumpiest we've seen it in such a quick amount of time if we don't get a rebound here since the crash back in March. So that's important because now we're at the 200-day moving average already. Okay, this is a pretty steep decline here. And just like the past, so far, I guess, since 2022 started, wow, no way. So the SPX is down like 8% since the year started. So that's very big for the SPX. Not really for Bitcoin. Bitcoin goes up and down 8% almost, every other hour. But that's very big for the SPX. But interestingly here as well, the DXY is actually not in a super bullish position either, actually putting in a lower high after putting in a low just last week and below the 21 and 50-day moving average as well. And again, if this, historically when this does bad, Bitcoin does better. So a lot of mixed signals here when you're looking across other markets and other things besides crypto. But overall, it would be silly to say that Bitcoin is in a bullish position right now. Like for the past 2 weeks, I've been kind of saying the same thing here. Nothing is screaming short-term bullish at all. And that trend absolutely 100% continues. And yeah, as I've been saying for the past 2 weeks, I said like if we see another 1 to 2 weeks of sideways or dumpiness before we even have a shot of going up next month, okay, in February. But yeah, this next month, this next week absolutely is going to be a huge factor with this, depending on how we close here. Because again, if we really set this structure is not looking good, and I think a lot of people are echoing now at this point that yeah, the structure is just not great. So far we have not seen the beginning signs of a reversal. We're still waiting for some capitulation, some increase in volume here, really anything to swing to the upside. And so far we have not seen that. So yeah, at this point, it's still we're still in a downtrend. Awesome. So let's see how many videos. I only did 3 videos in the last week. All right, so let's do 3 videos. Number 1. So the last video, copy, and let's see who the winner is. Make sure to just leave your comment below. I will get back to you later today. Whoever the winner is, comment on your winning, whatever the winning comment is here, and then just send me an email or reach out to me on Twitter or Instagram, and let's see who the winner is. Wow, very big. It looks like Doug Robinson. I love your writer for these videos. Oh, it's just me. Would love to slurp some juice. Let's absolutely rock on. Absolutely very big, Doug. Make sure to shoot me a message. And as well, if you guys are interested in joining the competition, just make sure to drop your comment below. Subscribe. Never send anyone your crypto, please. I don't reach out to you. I have 1 Twitter and 1 Instagram, and they're only linked below. Everything else is fake. If you're interested in any deals, make sure to check out everything below. And without any further ado, thanks for